welcome back. We are back, people. This is Quest for Player 2. We had a little bit of a vacation, and I appreciate it. Definitely, we got to do a lot of stuff. Father's Day was in that vacation, and Joe's birthday, and E3. E3, so I'm glad that we're back. We had
fun. Games!
That's right. Who doesn't like games? Who doesn't?
What is a video game?
Huh?
What is a video game?
We don't even know what a computer is.
I'll tell you one video game that everyone plays: the game of love. No, that wasn't. All right, God, I hate all of you. Hate all of you. I'm a dad. I get to have a dad joke every once in a while. Fuck it. So we are back, and since we've been gone for a while, we bet you guys have been watching or looking at some other channels, some other stuff for love advice, and you guys have been cheating on us. So
traitors.
Our subject, huh? What?
Some traitors.
Exactly. So since you guys have been traitors and you guys have been cheating, our question or topic or theme of this episode is pretty much the question of cheating, deal breaker or not, when it comes to a relationship. Is it the nail in the coffin? Can a relationship still flourish after infidelity or what?
One's a cheater, always a cheater.
Oh, wow. Really?
I think so.
Well, okay. Here's a question for you in this modern age. What is cheating to you? Tell me, is flirting cheating?
I think it depends. I think it depends on like the actual situation, like what's happening.
Okay.
Probably. I'd say most of the time.
Two people in a relationship, they've been dating, everything they think is going fine. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you find out that either the guy or the girl has been like kind of flirting with someone at work or via text or blah, blah, blah. But things are happy in the home and they have no intention to go further, but still, it's flirting. That counts as cheating?
Yeah, that's a big red flag right there, I'd say.
Okay, I get that. I don't know. I mean, because flirting for me, if you're dating me and we're exclusive, if you flirt with someone else, that means it feels to me like you have the intention to to look and be interested in somebody else, and that kills me.
Yeah.
So that's like, no, hold on. I'm really selfish. I really am. Some people say, like relationship experts say, it is sometimes even healthy for people to flirt with other people. I disagree with that. I think that,
whoever
flirting,
says that, their spouses should definitely check them
you should check them up. Like, yo, what are you doing? Let me read your phone. Let me check your texts. Let me see what's going on. Oh, it sucks. See, people said they forgot about us. Oh, that hurts.
Rude.
It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you. But we're back, and you guys love us.
How could you forget me?
Exactly. Look at this face. You guys are assholes. Not all of them, just the ones I forgot. No, but when you think about the foundations of cheating, infidelity, a lot of questions come up. But the biggest thing is you want to know there are parts to what it is and why someone cheats. Like, when you're cheating, I think it's the establishment of, one, a secret relationship. That's definitely what happens when you're cheating, because you're trying to, stick away from the person that you're with. Two, definitely is, I would say an emotional connection. There should sometimes be, or there is emotional connection. And then three, if we're being adults, sexual alchemy, like that whole connection of sexually. It just may be out of a need or want for a desire. And that's a big thing when it comes to cheating, because people tend to do that whole thing where it's about desire. They want something. And that's the worst thing when it comes to cheating, because if you're cheating with someone and it's just okay, you can't really ever have that lover fully. So you have them at that moment and then you don't. You want them again because you want what you can't have. It's that desire. So it becomes a desire cycle. And it just becomes then this is trash.
Right.
And if that's the case, dude, why are you even together? I never understand that part when it comes to people that cheat. Where it's back in the day, it was illegal to divorce. So people get married and they would cheat because, it was illegal to get divorced. Now when it's legal to get divorced, the excuse is the kids. stay together for the kids. So what happens when people are simply dating? There's no kids, they're not married, and then they cheat. What's the answer then? Like,
No, if you're gonna like be in a relationship, you have to be in the relationship. You can't
Right?
be like looking other places, you know.
oh, because I mean, there's so many things that go into cheating. Like it's one, yeah, that's right. Divorce used to be illegal. Amazing. But one thing that's like trippy when it comes to people, when it comes to cheating, they don't think about how it affects the other person. Because a lot of people put their self identity in a relationship. Like, it's like, oh, I feel great because I know we are good. Like, oh, we look good. We sound good. We are together, and this is the whole thing. So now that, I know, when did they get, I've been trying. Jody's killing me. But the thing is, when it comes to that relationship kind of ethic, people tend to identify not as like a self-identity, but a group identity, And the biggest problem is when you cheat, now that person's identity is lost. It's a violation of trust, and they're like, who am I anymore? Because I thought I was the one. Now I just find out I'm one of. That can destroy a person. And it's like, the thing when it comes to cheating, people don't put that into kind of consideration. Now, here's a question. Do you have a friend or someone you know that has cheated or has been cheated on?
I probably do. I mean,
They never, oh my God, my life is over. And, listen to me,
Yeah.
this happened, blah, blah, like.
I mean, I don't think I personally have,
Oh.
but like, I'm sure that, of all the people I know, at least someone has once, like,
True.
statistically.
Statistically, they say, what is it? 50% of relationships. So that means if you're really doing it, as far as who would actually cheat, about almost sometimes even 3 out of 5 people have cheated them. So you're kind of like, well, damn, if 3 out of 5, you just count 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 of
people in here.
Then if you put one more person in there, you're like, wow, those 2. And then, it's clearly, producers, cheaters, always. Producers are
The
cheaters.
worst.
Look at them. They're back there cheating right now.
Your mom's a cheater.
Possibly. I don't know.
Statistically.
Statistically, I mean, 3 out of 5, man. So, no, but like, it's just, it trips me out when it comes to that. And the thing is, I think, yes, there is a possibility to rebuild after cheating, but there's so much work that goes into that. Think about it. You'll never be trusted again. I don't care what you do. If you've cheated, you'll probably never be trusted again. And there goes the phrase, once a cheater, always a cheater. And that's the thing. So you're always looking at that person like, well, now, do you feel that carries over for other relationships they'll be in?
What do you mean?
Like they cheated in this relationship.
If they cheated in that relationship, they're going to cheat in another relationship.
Oh.
That's
wow.
like, no, that's like a thing. That's like,
The cheater, always a
yeah.
cheater.
I'm pretty
Well,
sure
that's
that's
a
like
phrase, but-
no, but I'm pretty sure that's like, I don't mean, you'd have to like Google to find the actual statistics, but I'm pretty sure that that's like, if they've cheated before, they'll do it again. Like, I think that's like, and like that's the thing too, is like,
I know that if someone's
if
cheating,
someone like leaves, their girlfriend or whatever for you, then they're probably also gonna cheat on you.
Yeah. With somebody.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I definitely understand that, and I agree with that one. But the thing is, if they cheated, then they end up being broken up. They got found out. They cheated, blah, blah, and they break up. Do you think this person can't learn and be like, oh, shit, well, or whatever their reason was?
I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying it's unlikely. And they can say that they've learned their lesson.
But do they? Will they? I wonder what you guys think. If you guys think that, okay, hey, if a person's cheated once at any time in that kind of relationship, that, hey, they'll cheat again. It's easier because, hey, you've done it once. You learn where you made your mistakes, so you'll be able to be a better cheater. I mean, is that essentially what we're building or what we're saying can happen?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't
maybe.
see that. For me, that's a kind of a
I don't think it's like
bad
a
or horrible
conscious
idea.
like decision. Like maybe it is for some people, but for a lot
Well, I
of them,
mean,
you know,
there are
it's
serial
like-
cheaters, but I do
Yeah.
think people can
I don't
change.
think they're like studying the art of cheating or something.
Well, see, because
That could
if
be a
we,
cool book though.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
Oh,
here's
there
how to
is.
cheat on
Oh,
you.
there are books.
There are books.
There are books. There are books. Literally, and there is one called The Art of Cheating. But the thing is, so if we think of it that way, when it comes to okay, once a cheater, always a cheater. Who hasn't cheated on a test? Who hasn't cheated on that? And it's like, well, if we're going that way, let's play slippery slope. Why won't you cheat on other things as well?
That's different though.
Why is it different? Cheating is cheating.
No, one of them's like cheating on a relationship and cheating on tests. I think are two different mindsets. I don't think that you're actively hurting someone if you cheat on a test.
Yeah, well, you're hurting
depending on
yourself.
the
It's your
situation.
intelligence, and
But-
you're fucking yourself up. But yeah, it doesn't mean that you're going to continue to cheat all the time on a test. But then again, if we're thinking of it that way, then why does it have to be the same for relationships?
I think it's different. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't cheat in a relationship, but I've cheated on tests. You know,
That is true.
definitely
I definitely
different
cheated
things,
on
yeah.
tests. I've definitely cheated on tests.
my statistics class, my AP statistics class.
Oh my God, I cheated on a
they
stats
had
class.
They had our, like our tables like grouped together, so we'd have like four of us facing each other. And I swear, like we would just like be like sharing it, like showing each other and like chatting about it during the test. Like,
Oh my God, that's so true. That is so true. I know in school, yeah, that's true. I definitely did. I definitely
like
did.
stuff written on the inside of your calculator, you know.
Well, because some people do say, I mean, it depends on the reason why some people do cheat. There have been people that have the whole thing of, well, they weren't trying to get away from the person that they were with, but they were trying to get away from the person that they've become. I've heard that story. I was researching and
There's a
reading
million
that.
excuses,
No,
though.
see, that's the thing. I read that one where it was like, I've always been told what to do, and I've always done what everyone told me. So now came a moment where I could do something different and prove to myself that I'm not just what everyone made me to be. And it was like, so then you cheated because why didn't you fucking race a car or ride a horse or something, you know? But it's like, no, that's what they did. So it's like, so then there's more to it. And like you said, everyone has an excuse. I've never heard a justified excuse for cheating because I don't think there is such a thing. There isn't. And it's just, honestly, it's how selfish are you?
Right.
You know, it's like people say the whole thing of you're just as sick as your secrets, you know, and that's it. It's like that's one of the biggest secrets. But I am of the belief that people can change. I don't think that, well, in a relationship, if you're still in the relationship, like you cheated and they take you back, I'm not always like, yeah, keep going, keep trying it, blah, blah. I'm telling that person, maybe you should
don't
leave.
go back
Maybe
to
you should
a
leave.
cheater.
Because that's the once a cheater, always a cheater kind of
Yeah.
thing for me. But I don't feel that, okay, if someone cheats in this relationship, they go to another one, that they'll cheat too. I mean, I know people that have definitely cheated, and then they get into a relationship, and it's like, oh my God, he hasn't even looked at anybody yet. You know, like, what's going on? And you're expecting it, like, oh, well, they'll be cheating in about a month. This is going to be over, and then it's still going. You're like, oh my God, I'm shocked. You know, so it can happen, but I just know that the likelihood of someone who has cheated and is taken back by the person they cheated on usually cheats again. It's like statistics are proving it. It's just there. It's there. But as far as like once a cheater, always a cheater, in a separate relationship, I mean, if they really want it and they really do care, maybe they can stay away from it. But who knows, really? I don't know. I
say
still wonder
stay
what you
away.
guys think. So you say stay away. So if someone says,
Just never be in a relationship ever, just to be safe.
so if someone says,
Live
to
in
you,
a cardboard box and never leave it.
oh my God, just stay in that cardboard box.
Stay in
Never.
a nice one. Like it could be from the refrigerator or something. Like
But how
Yeah.
are you gonna get cakes and everything? Like the syphilis cake.
you
or
can get a
the
cake in a
herpes cake.
refrigerator box.
Who's
They're
gonna,
not exclusive.
But if you're alone, no one's gonna give you their herpes cake.
Postmates.
But who's giving it? You're giving one to yourself.
Postmates.
No, that so sucks. Don't you want someone to give that to you? That's
what I'm saying. Just don't do that because that then you're living in a cardboard box, no relationships, nothing except for you and your Postmates delivery guy.
I like this. This actually makes sense.
Advice from Daniela.
Gring! It's like a whole rainbow. It's like the more you know. Arthur's saying it kind of depends on how much a person proven they could change. Some people learn from the good thing they have lost. It just takes time. Others are just compulsive cheaters and keep cheating. Yeah, that's pretty much what we're saying too.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the same. Well, you know what? We have gone on with the topic about cheating. We do have questions, and in the questions, there's actually some stuff about cheating. But we'll start off with some softballs. Do we have visuals for the questions or no?
Nope.
Question 1.
All right, sweet. Question 1. We'll title this one Negative Nelly. We've been dating for a year or so. He's 29, I'm 32. At first, it was always good. I'm talking sunshine, smiles, rainbows, the salad days. Treated us very well. Now, the rose-colored glasses are gone, and it's all reality. I'm not saying she's a bad person, but she does get into sharing the bad or highlighting my flaws with people, mostly my friends. We're a good couple, but she overshares my flaws. It's always, so guess what he did this morning? Or, can you believe he said blank, blank, blank? It can just get to be too much. How do I tell her to cool it with all the negative, or at least not share it with my people?
I mean, what is a salad day, first of all?
The salad days. I mean, that's when everything was great. Everything was
Is that a
planned,
real
everything was
say?
happy.
I've never
It's
heard
a
that
phrase.
saying.
That is an old
Never
people's
heard
phrase.
that phrase.
How old is he? He said he's 32. It's an old people's phrase. He's 32 and he's saying salad days. Producers, salad days. They're not even here. I love the fact that
They're like laughing on their
wow,
phones.
you guys are so good. That's bravo.
Salad days.
Bravo. You guys are making great TV.
No, but okay, like to actually answer the question,
Yeah.
this seems like a communication issue. Like,
Right?
this is one of those things where you just gotta say like, hey, this is how I feel about you doing this. Don't do it. Because I've definitely been.
That's how you're gonna say it. That's how you're gonna say it.
Similar to that, where like, yeah, no, but like, you know,
Hey,
like,
don't do it.
when I was like a kid, I had like a friend who, for some reason, came over to my house and just decided to like diss everything that I'd ever owned, or like.
Oh God, I
and
hate
eventually I just like
that.
turned to him like, what the heck? Like, stop being. Can you like not do that and stop being so negative? And like, she
Can you
was
stop
like,
negging me?
yeah, and basically she's like, oh, sorry, and like we wound up being friends for years. You know what I mean? So it's like sometimes you just gotta say like, this is what
Don't do it.
This is what you're doing, by the way, because they might not even notice it. You know, and just be like, this is what you're doing. It's annoying. Cut it out.
But, okay.
Problem solved.
Can you give him like a
learned that in
slight
fourth grade.
script? A slight script.
Hey, person in my relationship.
Hey, person. Okay, yeah, whatever that
Hey,
person
insert name here.
is. Yeah, boom.
You know.
Okay.
I've noticed that you tend to be very negative when talking to friends about me, and it makes me feel as though you're not, you know, it makes me feel bad, you know, or like however it is. He doesn't really say exactly how it makes him feel, I think, but
Well, he just wants it to stop.
yeah, however it makes me feel that you don't like me, or that, you know, other people are going to think differently of me, and it makes me feel self-conscious, whatever it is that this guy's feeling about it, you know. I would appreciate it if you didn't, you know, talk about me so negatively, and then maybe if you had an issue with me, came to me about it rather
Instead
than
of broadcasting it.
Yeah, although I do feel like sometimes you do need a vent about your ass, and that's definitely a thing. But I think that if it's getting to the point where it's all getting back to him or whatever, that's, you know, a little bit over the line, you know.
Well, I mean, he says like to his people, so I guess it's more of a. Oh yeah, share it with my people. Like, so she's going to gatherings where your friends are and saying, "Oh my God!" So guess what he did today? Or, "Oh, he's horrible at this." Blah blah blah. she's doing that a lot and not just going to her friends and doing it.
I wonder how the friends feel about it too, because like I
I
remember
do.
we've been like I remember there's like one dinner party I went to when I was like a teenager, and it was just, like family friends and some other couple that we didn't know, and like just like when you're a kid and you're forced to like go to these
Always.
dinners, and yeah, there was like this one couple, and the guy kept like talking over his wife and like kept being like no, like cutting her off and like no, you're wrong, like, and just like being really like kind of rude to her.
Ugh.
And stuff like that, and like us like sitting there being like it was like uncomfortable,
Yeah.
like, so I wonder if they're just kind of like
I know
No.
I have a friend who
Yeah.
definitely has a situation kind of like that, and I know he voiced his opinion, and he was like, "Hey, I don't like that. It makes me feel uncomfortable, and it's kind of like all you ever do is broadcast the negative about me and not the positive. So it's kind of like, is there anything you do like about me, or is it just you just hang around for the stories to say how much of a fuck up I am? Like,
and
kind of help me out here."
It definitely changes the perspective hearing that of the friends and everything. I'm sure hearing that all the time, like depending, either they're really annoyed by it and like don't believe it, or they start disliking the person,
Oh, I do want
which
to know.
has like that's happened to me. My friends were before were like, I don't know a person, and all I hear is like another friend complaining about them, so I start hating them, and then I like later on realize like, wait, this person is really great. The only reason I ever disliked them was because of like this other friend. And
Damn.
I've had friendships that I feel like so guilty about how the friendship started, because I started out disliking that person just based on nothing but what another person said, that might have been motivated by something else, by like other issues.
Damn, that's true. Because I know for my friend, when it was happening, we did notice it, and we were just kind of like, "Oh, okay, all right,
Yeah.
cool." And then why is every topic about a failure of this guy? Is why do you like him? Like, it was kind of like this. We were thinking like, do you even like this dude or what? I'm just waiting for the story where you're like, his dick is so small. Like, I'm just waiting for that to drop because you've just been saying everything else.
I almost wonder if he's saying that it's like oversharing, if that's like,
Ooh.
maybe it is stuff like that where it's like, why would you say that?
Yeah,
Like, I feel like
like
it gets beyond just like kind of like venting to like the serious like really like why would you tell everyone that when we're like hanging out here?
like I don't.
why do you
Please
need to-
stop. Like
Yeah.
I'm really uncomfortable. I don't want to be here. Like that would how I would feel after a while. But I do have the question of, does she have her own friends, and does she just share with them?
I mean, they might have the same friends.
That's
is,
what
like,
I'm
the
wondering.
thing.
I'm wondering because I'm like, worlds colliding. I'm not a fan of that.
That's why you shouldn't have
I think
friends.
everyone.
Cardboard boxes save lives.
Oh no, that's not true because Daniela definitely has friends. Well, she tells us she has. I mean, you tell us where.
Yeah, it's like
I don't. Are
Chip,
we really?
Use, Napkin, and Penny. Gang's all here.
So then, when you said I was your friend, you were. So we got another question we'll go into. Let's get into that next question. Complaints over compliments is the title for this question. We're in love, or at least I am, but it seems like as of late, all she does is complain about me. Is this the same person? All she does is complain about me and anything I do. I get them more than complaints. Then more than compliments. Let her tell it. I can't do anything right. She yelled at me when we took a road trip to Vegas because she got stopped for speeding. She said if I was looking out, she would have slowed down in time. I have words for that. I don't know what's going on, but I'm at the point where I'm on eggshells, and it's not fair. I am considering ending this 3-year relationship because the last year was only been avoiding getting yelled at. Should I stay or should I go? If it's been a whole year of you being yelled at, and it's a 3-year relationship, you either
doesn't
need to
sound
do
like you
counseling
like
or
the
you need to
person.
leave. Yeah, what the heck is going on? And that whole yelling at, Are you psychic? Can you freaking see the cops from wherever they're hiding in their speed trap on the way to Vegas? I don't know. My opinion, I don't want to be harsh, but in my opinion, which I swear to God I'm going to have a shirt that says, just leave them, because,
Well, I do have to say, I was driving to San Diego really late at night, and I was driving a friend, and she did look out for some speed traps for me, because we were definitely
now, was she
zooming
able
along. So that was chill. I was like, good looking out. So maybe she was like hoping.
But that's why you have Waze.
True.
You turn on Waze, and then they're supposed to be your navigator. Like, they're sitting there and they're like, oh, it says it's a speed trap. But yeah, sure, I'm also looking. But are you going to be able to spot every speed trap? I mean,
yeah, that's that is unrealistic.
I wouldn't yell at them for that,
Yeah.
but I would have been like, I mean, maybe in the moment because you're just pissed and you want to yell at somebody.
Like a little bit like borderline abusive. I don't want to say like
I
don't know enough of that.
I
It
don't
should be like
know.
this is an abusive relationship because we don't have enough information.
Right.
But that story sounds.
That's so, and it's always hard because we only get one side.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what's happening on this side. On the other side, it could be, yeah, I have to do his laundry, and it's always skid marks or blah, blah, and, things that would drive you insane where you're like, I just want to murder you as it is. You're probably a complete failure. I don't know. But from what you're telling us right here, if you're always getting yelled at, and for the last year out of a 3-year relationship, you're getting yelled at, I had something like that, and I was like, yo, I'm not happy.
Yeah.
I was like, I needed to get out. You definitely should. Because, like you said, it's kind of like borderline abuse. Like it's
I like Whitney
fucked
Houston's
up.
toxic. That's
He should go. That's toxic. Yeah. It is. We should call you Whitney Spears because that's definitely toxic. I agree with you. Toxic.
That was a really good find.
Thank you. Dad scores. All right.
That was a good one. I'll give you that one.
Thank you. Am I your friend now? Okay. All right.
Deeper.
Okay. All right. You'll consider
For
it.
the sake of this game.
for the sake of this show.
Yeah,
Whatever,
you're
Daniel.
okay.
Sure, great. No, but yeah, I mean, it's not good. You guys need to have a conversation. You need to be real about it. You need to say how you feel, and you need to listen when she tells you how she feels, because she may actually hit you with some truth where it's like, yeah, these are the problems that I've said to you, and you've been avoiding them too. So have that real conversation. You said you're in love. You say you love her. Well, then take the time. Do the work. Have the conversation. And if you can't have the conversation, well, then you need to break up because you're wasting her time as well as your own. My opinion.
No, I agree. Like, I think no one wants to be in a relationship where you're just being yelled at or yelling at each other the entire time. It's kind of like this like weird like old stereotype of like relationships of like the hating each other and stuff, and it's
the
like
worst.
It's super like I don't like that. It's like I think it's changing a lot now.
Oh yeah, it should.
Yeah, which like it's a good thing, but like I think it's the kind of thing where people normalize it a bit, like the bickering, yelling at each other because it's such like an old like sitcom thing that happened, So,
it's true. It is.
Yeah.
It's true. You look at all the old sitcoms and blah, blah, it's always where, the doting husband, he's an idiot, so he gets yelled at all the time, or blah, blah, or I Love Lucy, she's always getting into trouble. And here goes Ricky, able to just yell at a woman, and everything's fine. I don't understand how that works. But it's like, yeah, that's what we're always seeing on TV. But it's like, that's not real life. It's not real life, and it's something that really, you need to have that conversation. What's Anthony saying? Daniel, it is rare for people to stay together with their high school sweethearts and then get married. I didn't say it, but yeah, that is rare. That is rare. It's a rare condition in this day and age for reading newspaper. Good news on the newspaper page. Wow, I'm shocked the producers are actually here now. It's amazing.
They came back when you said skid marks.
Yeah, right there. They were like skid marks. Now we're getting into real news here. What are you guys talking about?
That's all I heard was
They were thinking to themselves like, oh, shoot, he must talk to my girlfriend. All right. So, we got another question. Skid marks. I'm just saying, hey, sometimes, you'll realize how much of a man you are when you look at your underwear and you have skid marks. You're like, yeah, you're like, you are definitely still not a man yet. Fucking get that taken care of. Here goes the title. Once a cheater. This is the question. All right. So my current boyfriend is acting out of character lately. He's staying at the office later than normal, going out with the guys more frequently, even going to bars with new coworkers when he didn't even dream of being social with anyone outside of his social circle before. Here's the thing. We got together when he... Oh! You're going to love this. Oh my God, you're going to love this. Okay. Here's the thing. We got together when he cheated on his girlfriend with me. And it went on for 2 months before he finally broke up with her for me. I do wonder if he's cheating on me and I'm about to be dumped. What should I do?
You dump him.
Ooh!
Dump his
Fire!
butt.
Oh my God.
I mean, honestly, no. Like, it could be that he genuinely is, meeting friends at work and having a social circle, which, I wouldn't recommend for most people because I'm still, for the whole cardboard box
Thing.
I
mean, it just makes sense.
But I know that some people like being social and having social lives. So that it is a possibility. I don't want to, straight up say, like, he's cheating. And I also want to recommend, like, looking at his phone or snooping or anything because I'm, like, against that.
I am against it because, you start to snoop and you're going to be mad when you find out what you were looking for.
Well, it's just, like, an invasion of privacy. And I'm not about that. Yeah. That's but like, there's like, that's already, like, a bad
he's a cheater.
Foundation. But, yeah, no, I mean, I'd say, I don't know what I'd say, like, talk to him or go with your gut instinct. Like, I don't know.
I mean, pretty much you were the other woman, and congratulations, you won the battle apparently, and he went ahead and left his girl for you. And you said that happened within 2 months. Congratulations. But the thing is, now you're worried that he's doing what he did to her to you. Because, let's be honest, you were the other woman and you were okay with it. So the thing is, it may be coming back to haunt you, And the thing is, it's tough. It's tough to actually give you, like, something that's like, oh,
now
hey, things are going to be great.
Yeah,
it is. It's like, now you know how it feels. You're actually running back and you're freaking out and everything you did. Oh, my God, I remember when I did this and I did this and I did that. And now you're thinking this is happening again with someone else. Talk to him. Tell him exactly what you're feeling. Tell him what your worries are. These are valid, especially when it's like, look, we both know how we met. We both know how we got connected. And with that, I'm scared that may be the case. So, I mean, you need to have that conversation. And I would suggest having it much sooner than later. And if you're afraid to have the conversation, being petty, dump them. No one ever wants to be the dumpy. I'm just saying, being petty, no one ever wants to be the dumpy. If you're afraid to have the conversation and you're okay with letting that relationship go, dump them.
No,
I don't know. Those are my two answers. But have the conversation. I am one for actually seeing relationships thrive. Talk to him. Let him know. Like I said, just be honest. I mean, it shouldn't be something where he's going to be ashamed to talk to you about it because he was already in it. No, I mean, we already know he was cheating before. You already know he was cheating before. You guys should be fine with this.
You could also, like, hire a private investigator or something. If you want to go all... That way you're not doing the snooping. You're paying someone else to do it. It's, like, outsourcing.
What about you just have a really good friend that knows how to, like, just look at his phone?
Well, no, because I feel like that's like, a similar thing as, like, you doing it yourself. I feel like you just have to... If you outsource, if you pay someone, it's a purely business
what if you pay
transaction.
Oh, it has to be purely business.
That's what I'm saying. It's like a business thing.
All right.
Then...
How that's so much money? What PI's gonna be like, yeah, sure, $25.
We don't know how these people can be rich. They never said.
I like that. So if you happen to be in a higher tax bracket than a lot of people, hire the PI. If you don't, promise me.
Or go to a psychic.
There you go. I was gonna say, promise me that you can get your palm read, or you can go to one of those like Task Rabbit kind of apps. And put up the task of...
Is there a task rabbit
there, you can do that. See if there's a Task Rabbit app where you're like, hey, tell me if my boyfriend's cheating on me, find out, and then see who accepts. $25. See if it happens.
Fiverr or something?
Oh, they hire Ralph Dibney. That's actually... He is actually the world's greatest detective, even better than Batman, because he figures it out without all the super stuff that Batman has. Just saying.
I like how you refer to Batman stuff as the super stuff.
Well, think about it. Batman's superpower is
that's
money.
true.
So it's like, man.
Stuff.
So he just buys, he buys the technology and it runs the test for him. And he's like, I've deduced. You haven't deduced shit. What you did was you stuck it in a machine. The machine gave you the answer. Not a detective. Sorry, I just feel that way sometimes.
I'm glad you got that out of your
Yeah,
system.
Ooh, I feel so much better now. He's just gonna lie. Oh my God, he's just gonna lie to her, and she sounds like she'll believe it. God damn, that is true though. That is true.
Well,
I mean, why wouldn't he lie? I mean, he was honest to her when he told her that, hey, I have a girlfriend, or whatever, however he told you, and then for 2 months, blah 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 blah. So maybe he has a streak of
trap
truth.
him, be like, hey.
Hey, babe. Well, no, you'd have to.
I don't know how it would work.
Yeah.
Some kind of bear trap or something.
Well, then what? No, he'll tell you anything to get his leg out. She's like, "Are you cheating on me? Yes. Are you cheating on me with the Pope? Yes." Okay. I like that. That could work. So you have the option of trapping him, getting your palm read. Sending him a cake.
Sending a cake is always a good idea.
Yes, and the cake will just say, "Are you cheating on me?" And then just
Or those notes.
Who doesn't like answering
the notes
cakes?
that you would pass in elementary school.
Circle yes or no.
Circle yes or no.
Are you cheating? Yes or no? She just sits right next to him. Just sits there and waits.
I mean, the note could be on the cake though.
Oh!
That way she gets the cake back.
Oh my God, I love that. There you go. Okay. So you can write, "Are you cheating on me? Yes or no" on the cake. And you can do it while you're having a rewatch of Game of Thrones. You probably watch it. I mean, people do. Do a rewatch of Game of Thrones. Just hand over the cake. Let them figure out yes or no. And then according to that, you may have a red wedding. Who knows? It could be a thing.
But always do the cake back either way.
Exactly.
You always make sure you gotta get the cake back.
Yes. Because, you need the answer. So,
and also
bada bing,
cake.
bada boom. There you go. Get the piece of the cake out, check off the right box. Yeah, that's it. So everyone gets cake. If they go ahead and just cut out the piece of the cake.
If it's no, then that's okay. Then he can have some cake. If it's yes,
you
why
take
you
the
share-
cake
why
back.
you
Yeah,
sharing
why
the
would I?
cake?
I'm not going to share a cake with this cheater,
Huh.
even though you're a cheater. I'm so sorry. I had to go for it. No, but hey, you guys are clearly reformed cheaters. Have the conversation. Give him the cake. Hopefully he'll answer yes or no. If that doesn't work, get your palm read. And if that doesn't work, use TaskRabbit and find a PI. There you go. We're giving you options. You take one, and you let us know exactly what happened. We definitely do want to know. And the reason I'm telling you that is because the next one actually is a response giving us an update. That's the next question. And I love this one. Can you please read my comment from before? What was your comment? Daniel, cheating is a deal. No, I guess Daniel, cheating is a deal breaker for me because I had experience with that in high school. I think a lot of people had experience with cheating in high school.
Not me.
Either you
I
had a
didn't
friend.
Have a relationship.
Not me. I didn't have a relationship. Nope. I was
Cardboard boxing
sat
it up.
cardboard box and sending out cakes.
I was
That was all I was
basically a turtle
doing.
in high school. With
No
cardboard
way.
Cardboard box on my back.
No.
Someone tries to talk to you, just.
No way. Really? Oh, no.
I absolutely
don't
carried
believe
around
it.
a cardboard box in high school. You really don't believe that?
She was like, Metal Gear. Just like that. Ah, surprise.
Crawl to
Like,
classes.
they're like, what are you? I'm a transformer. You should do that all day. Oh, my God. I mean, what's the teacher going to say? She's troubled in
I got
school.
that kid in class.
Yeah, it's like, oh, great, here comes the box kid. What are you going to do? I don't know. I just let her do what she wants to do. I don't know. She's passing the class. That's all you're worried about.
I'm the box ghost.
Boo! I am the box ghost. Daniela, I know it's you. Swap away.
It's the box ghost.
It's the box ghost. And they're just like, no, Daniela, I know it's you. I can see your shoes. I have to go. Sometimes I cheat on McDonald's by going, I saw this joke earlier and I still thought it wasn't funny then, but I'm going to read it. Sometimes I cheat on McDonald's by going to Jack in the Box instead. Should I feel bad? I would feel bad for trying to sell that joke again.
Oh.
So that's up to me and you. That's your choice. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, anyway. Too opaque for transparency, part 2. So, hey guys, I'm back. You probably don't remember me.
Nope.
We barely remember anyone, man. I don't even know what's happening once I leave this room.
What?
Yeah, exactly. See, trust me, I don't even know my name. So, I'm 22. She's 26. In my last relationship, I did cheat. Okay, well, and I have not told. Yes, there you go. And I have not told my current girlfriend. Oh, I remember this. Okay, so she said. Okay, well, I think he's gonna. Oh, okay, we've been dating for 9 months, and at the year point, I'm considering asking her to move in with me. I asked, should I tell her or not, because she brought it up, and she brought up that if she ever cheated, she would want me to know. Well, I told her that I cheated. She says it's okay because it was in the past, but now I find her sneaking peeks of my phone while I sleep over her place and always asking where I'm going and who I'm out with. I can't live like this. What should I do?
I thought a big red flag is when she just said, if I cheated, I'd want you to know.
I want you to know, right?
Are you planning something?
Like, yeah, let me know. I mean, are you thinking ahead of time and saying to yourself that I'm going to, like, what the heck is that?
It's
Like,
just
really?
someone walked to me like, by the way, I'm not cheating. I just want you to know that if I was cheating,
How did this
hypothetically.
How did this conversation start? Like, were you guys just sitting there watching
I would
TV?
tell you.
And she's like, hey, so I was just thinking, if I ever cheated, like hypothetically, crazy me, if I ever cheated, I would definitely want you to know, And if you ever cheated, I would definitely want to know. And then just sat there staring at you like...
I mean, that sounds like, the way you just said it now, sounds like it could be... Like she does know, and it's a trap.
And she was a trap.
To say.
Dude, I swear to God.
The way it said it here, the first thing I thought is it sounds like she's planning something
to
cheat.
But
that way it sounds like she's saying, I'd
like,
want to know.
I'd want to know.
Let me know.
Yeah, like, see, I think maybe she did already know. So now that you shared it with her, and you shared that, yes, in the past, you've cheated. So now, here you are, and now she's... not really trusting you anymore, snooping through your phone, and and you said, asking you where you're going and who you're going with. Well, then my question is, well, yeah, definitely, Star Wars comes to mind. It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Immediately, I was like, it's a trap. But my question is, I mean, let's be real. What did you expect?
That's exactly
what
I
did
was
you
thinking.
expect?
You said, yeah, I cheated, then you're expecting her to not worried that you're going to do it again. I mean, it's back to the always
exactly.
a cheater thing.
Once a cheater, always. It's like, this is the idea that most of us have when it comes to society. Hey, you cheated before. What does it mean that you're not going to cheat? And what does it mean that you're not going to cheat on me? Apparently, you don't understand what it is to be in a committed relationship because you've broken the connection that is in a committed relationship. So now that I know that, I'm thinking you may do it to me. So it becomes a big problem. So I'm sorry, but this is the bed you made. And like I said earlier, you're just as sick as your secrets. Now that she knows your secret, this is the problem that you're going to deal with. So the thing is...
It's like, surprise, there's consequences to your actions.
There you go. I mean, these are the consequences. If you're down with her and you're happy, this is something that you may have to live with for a bit. Until she feels, oh, okay, you've proven that you're okay. But when you're going in, see, that was just going to go into that. When you're going in, and she says, so are you guys saying someone shouldn't be honest going into a new relationship? No. Because the thing is, when you're going into a new relationship, you guys want to share as much as possible. You want to start to kind of be open. But the thing is, now that you've gotten this to this point, it feels to me like it just sounds like she knew. Because out of nowhere, I don't know how a conversation comes up. I don't know how naturally you get into a conversation that goes with. So, if I ever cheated, I would love to tell you, and I just hope that you would do the same. I don't know what you guys were watching. I don't know what you guys were listening to. I don't know what happened where it brought up that conversation. You didn't tell us. But the thing is, it sounds to me like maybe she knew. And if she didn't, and this just happens to be fortuitous circumstance, and you said, all right, well, I'm going to be honest, you have to remember what you're perceived as once you say that you have cheated. You're perceived as a cheater, even if you're not doing it in this new relationship. So you're going to have to deal with that time. You're going to have to deal with her getting over it and not being afraid. But that means you have to make sure that you continue to prove yourself. Hopefully, things should change and she'll be fine again. This is the phase that you're going to have to go through, and it's due to the consequences of your actions.
Just don't do anything stupid.
Thank you.
Basically, and then you'll be fine.
Thank you. I mean, honestly, don't cheat, and you'll be fine. Don't flirt either, man. And if you have like dating apps and blah blah blah, and you're dating this, delete the dating apps. Just get rid of them. Don't worry, they still hold your stuff on servers. You can log back into it. But if the relationship doesn't work, but forget that they exist now. Delete them if you have them. If you have old texts from girls and blah 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 yada yada, delete those. If you have like pictures of girls that blah 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 yada yada, delete those too. Look forward to the future with the person that you're with right now that you are happy with, because that's where your mind should be. It's my opinion.
Yeah.
And ultimately, if she happens to be watching, hire a private investigator or buy a cake. That's all. That's my suggestion. Right?
Yeah.
And Anthony, we did read it. We see you got cheated on in high school by a girlfriend with someone who you thought was a friend. That is tough. That is tough. Hopefully you're still not friends with that person. Hopefully, you didn't try to still keep a connection with either one of those two and you let them go. People sometimes can be pieces of shit. Other times people can be great. Hopefully with what they didn't ruin how you feel about anyone or everyone.
Yeah.
All right. And with that, I think we're pretty much done. We've hit our moment. We've hit up we're actually a few minutes over. And I think we will see you guys next week, Tuesday, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, blah, 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 blah. Where can everybody find you?
You can find me. My Instagram is daniela.claire.cosplay, and from there is a link tree that will bring you to everywhere else.
Boom. I love it. I love it. You can find me at Battlestar Galactica on Instagram. That's pretty much the only social media I use. I'm old. So that's it. Tune in to us next week and check us out here once again, Tuesday, 9 p.m., Quest for Player 2. We'll look forward to talking to you, helping you guys, answering some of your questions. If you have any questions, hit us up at questions at that. Is it still? Fan questions at that#show.com. Just give us a title of Quest for Player 2 question or Q4P2 question. And we'll be glad to help you. If you guys want to share something and have us talk about it, we'll be able to do that too. So once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to keep up to date with everything trending in geek pop culture.
Bye.